Hey everyone, we have so many new developments for EHang. Finally, the stock is moving in the right direction. We, however, need to discuss the 60 days the Nasdaq gave EHang to comply, and we will talk about all recent developments. But first of all, welcome to High School Dropout's advice. If you need subtitles, click on the subtitle button right here. Through Patreon, you can get into our Discord community where you can get directly in touch with me and other subscribers. If you want to buy one of the EHang t-shirts I designed, you can buy one with the link I put in the description. You can choose different colors, sizes, and quality of the material. You can buy them worldwide. It's worth checking them out. I will have more EHang related designs coming for you guys. We have a nice gain of over 4% today, and we are trading at around $27 per share now. Big congrats to all who bought heavily on the dip around $20. EHang gained better than many other growth stocks. Overall, the tech and growth stock did recover in the last 5 trading days, but we are overall a lot down since their February and March highs. If you want to help me out, or you want to buy stocks and cryptocurrency and need a brokerage account, or you need a second brokerage account, I can recommend you Webull. You can trade Dogecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum and other cryptocurrency on Webull. You would get 4 free stocks up to $1,850 per stock when you deposit at least $100. The lowest amount I got was $8 per stock, so you would get at least $32. The advantage Webull has is that you can trade before and in the after markets, which help you to be one step ahead of others. You can find the link down below in the description. There was a short clip on TV recently for all the new EHang investors and fans, which I want to show you before we move on.
In China, one startup is testing the waters on drones big enough to fly people, mostly on sightseeing tours of no more than 10 minutes. It's the EHang 216. 2 passengers, 16 propellers. It's not the first flight for this passenger. Edward Xu is Chief Strategy Officer of EHang.
It's very smooth, just like an elevator. You don't have to be a pilot. You just simply sit in as a passenger, and this aircraft will take you to your destination.
The company claims it can carry 485 pounds up to 80 miles per hour for about 20 miles. Not nearly enough capability to change the face of personal transportation, but it has proven people are willing to try it even without a pilot. The company claims more than 6,000 have flown so far.
Our company is a very innovative company. We are doing something to change the world. We are doing something that nobody has done before.
But they have a lot of competition. EHang is among at least 200 startups across the globe racing to fill the skies with electric vehicles.
We can agree that there are many new startups and many models are out there that we never heard about. EHang is ahead of the game, but with more than 200 competitors, this race will be a tough one. EHang received notification of deficiency from Nasdaq and has 60 days to regain compliance by filing an audited yearly report for the year 2020. To be honest, after that notice, the stock could also go in the other direction. So we are still in the same situation, and we might revisit the low $20 levels again. This would be an excellent opportunity to buy more shares. We had China and Spain talking with each other. The President of China spoke with the President of Spain about cooperation and how both could work together to benefit each other. We also have an interview on the CGTN website where the CEO of Spain, Victoria Jinsang, was interviewed with the mayor of Seville, Juan Espada Sayas. I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know what they talked about in that video. EHang also got listed in the MSCI index, as you can see here. So investors who invest in the MSCI will also invest in EHang. This is comparable with Tesla getting into the SP 500, but the MSCI is way smaller than the SP 500. The fundamentals, however, were the same. Another big development is the meeting with Rolls Royce. We see Felix Li, the CEO of EHang in Europe, meet the head of urban air mobility of Rolls Royce. I think you remember the interview with Edward Su, where he gave us a hint that EHang is continuing to work on newer models. One will be a 4-seater. In the background, we see an Airbus passenger drone using a Rolls Royce battery engine. On Wikipedia, you see that this design is built for 4 passengers and a pilot, and will be in the future also self-piloted when regulations allow. I have told my subscribers and viewers several times that working with car manufacturers and passenger drone companies getting bought up by car manufacturers will be the future. I think you don't need to think twice that flying passenger drones will replace EV cars in the next 20 to 30 years. At Baidu, we also read that another state is investing over $2 billion in an aviation industry park where the future aircraft will be built. EHang will be part of who will benefit from this investment. At this time, we don't know exactly how big or small EHang will benefit from this development, but they will benefit for sure. The project is planned to be completed in December 2023, which is roughly 2.5 years from now. You can see that this will be in the northern part of China. I also have put the arrows where EHang will have their plants at the moment in the southern China area. Beside all those good news, we have more news in Italy. Discussions are running in Rome, in Italy, for the Baobab vertipods. You remember that EHang cooperates with Italian designers, and it looks like the preparation for the first build is coming. Meanwhile, in Spain, we have 572 million euros from the European Union, which get invested into aerospace infrastructure. EHang discussed with Airbus and AirTech Solutions. We will see what role EHang will play in this development. There's no doubt that EHang got a massive advantage being the first mover. Lilium and Volocopter still need 2 to 3 years to get there where EHang is right now. So hopefully EHang can secure some partnerships in the meantime. However, Volocopter and Lilium will be more focusing on longer travels like intercitywide. EHang will compete with the VT30 in that aspect, and hopefully with one model that has more capacity. Here is some footage of the VT30, which has 2 seats, 8 propellers and 1 at the end of the capsule. The drone looks quite sporty, and I can imagine that business people will buy it for short distance travel. It's cheaper and environment friendlier. This is how the VT30 looks like from the front, and we can see from the front wheel that it has a small lock. I'm not sure at this point if the lock is a manual or automatic lock. I have told you in my last video that I'm a little bit concerned that strong winds can move it while the VT30 is landing. So overall, there are a ton of new developments for EHang. And finally, we feel a little relief from the selling pressure, but if we get closer to the deadline from the Nasdaq, we can see some losses again. However, there had been a lot of good news for EHang and the media attention is rising. You also see a website in Austria reporting about the VT30. So overall, everything is going in the right direction. Anyways, for legal reasons, let me tell you that I'm not a financial advisor, CPA, politician or realtor. So always consult with an expert before making a decision. Everything said here is purely my opinion and is for entertainment value only. Remember to do your own due diligence. Thank you so much and see you hopefully in the next video. Thank you, bye!